With a colour scheme and bright, leery logos like this, it could only be a fast Ford that we're in today. And it is. The Focus ST. I've been looking forward to this car for quite some time. It's got all those things I really like about, fast performance cars. Manual gearbox, turbocharged engine, nice pretty looking sort of body. Come for a ride and we'll see what we get. We're into some country road straight away in this drive, and first thing I notice is it's so delightful in its response to steering inputs. I mean, I'm just giving it a little wiggle here and there, and the car is just so quick to change direction. It feels alive. It really feels like it's eager to execute those little inputs from the steering wheel. Fantastic chassis. Fantastic chassis. You can feel the rear wheels contributing to the steering. As the load goes on the outside rear of the car, it feels like that they just adjust their track line a little bit to help the car carve through the corner more keenly, and that's really nice. I mean, it's one of those things where you just want to go around corners all the time because they're so enjoyable. Even just tooting around the car park outside Pack and Save, you always know you're in a car that's equipped to handle your sporting inputs, and that's great. Very exciting. Ford have installed what they call a sound symposer, which apparently pipes in the mechanical sound of the engine into the cabin here. But it's not something that you'd say, wow, that's a cool sound. There's no crackle and pop on overruns. In fact, the exhaust note itself sounds relatively tame. But the performance that the car is offering, I cannot complain about that at all. It's got quite a meaty clutch pedal, shall we say. The pedals are well placed for heel and toe shifts, which is nice fun. Again, every control that you touch reminds you that you're in a car designed for the sporting enthusiast, and that's great. So this 2-litre EcoBoost engine delivers a maximum 184 kilowatts of power, and more importantly than that, probably 360 newton meters of torque, which is available in a very broad span from 2,000 to 4,500 RPM. So it means you don't really have to be up against a rev limiter at 6.5 grand to be getting the best out of this engine. There's a lot of drive out of the corners. That big meaty torque is just there, ready to go. Everything seems to be balanced just beautifully. I really want to celebrate Ford for providing a manual-only transmission, because with a sporting sort of car like this, I think it's important that people just sort of toughen up a bit, grab a gear lever for goodness sake. When do we all become so soft in New Zealand that we all migrate towards automatic transmissions? Now, some people may be a bit critical of this car in that it's not as dramatic as some other cars in this class. For instance, the Golf GTI has a very crackly exhaust system. This doesn't. But that's not to take away from the rest of the car. I guess you could say it's a bit more of a sleeper than some other cars. But when that boost gauge does start to bob and weave, you get some very satisfying performance. These seats, these Recaro seats are very, very figure hugging, as long as your figure can fit between the quite pronounced backrest bolsters, but they certainly hold you in place. You'll notice this honeycomb pattern on the upholstery in the Focus ST, and that pattern is reminiscent of the wheel design as well, with that kind of honeycomb look there, and also those twin tailpipes that are slung low and center at the back of the car. Now those tailpipes mean that this car is unable to have a tow bar attached. So if you're looking to hook up a garden trailer to take your rubbish to the dump on the Sunday, don't get a Focus ST because you can't put a tow bar on it. It's a modern 5-door hatchback, so it's got all the lovely things that you'd like to expect these days. It's got parking sensors, it's got reversing camera, it's got heated door mirrors, it's got sat nav, it's got phone integration. All those nice to haves are there, but really we're not really into that. Well, I'm not. When I drive a Focus ST, I just want good steering wheel, a good gear lever, good clutch pedal and brake action, nice heel and toe layout, and the ability to accelerate. Man, it's got quite a lot of torque steer. Quite a lot of torque steer. I just overtook a little guy on a scooter there, and the car was quite darty, particularly when the wheel that lost a little bit of weight started to lose some traction. That torque vectoring came in, where it started to put a little bit of brake on that wheel, and you definitely feel that on the steering wheel. So it's two hands on the steering wheel, and hang on if you've got this engine under load, because it's got a lot of power. I think if you're a keen driver and you can live with a slightly jiggly ride, you're not too fat and you can get in between these side bolsters, and you like to row a gearbox, then this could very well be your car. It gives you exactly the tools you need, the basic tools you need to have a bloody good time on a road.